Sigma on Oasis, but Vestola made it look easy. It was actually kind of incredible. So I'm very excited to see someone who knows his way around Zarya to crush here. Limit testing, that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Vestola is insane. This I agree.
But you have heard of me.
Okay. So here we go. Wait, let's see if we get any character swaps. Yo, Shora, thank you for the follow. And A10, dude, I didn't see the follow. Yo, thank you for the follow, man. That's very sweet. Yo, Valithria's in here. Yo, I didn't know Val was in your game. Valithria is a huge supporter of the channel as well. She gives us a lot of Mercy VODs so we can learn high-level Mercy. Yo, big shout out to Valithria. That's awesome. Hybrid's here too, wow. You got a really stacked team here. Okay, so TP first, no Lucio with a ball. Interesting. Okay, so we're running Zarya, ball, Zen, Symmetra, may swap, who knows. Valithria, it's probably gonna go to like a Pharah and Echo, maybe. Mercy with a soldier. Okay. I actually don't really feel comfortable on Zarya on this map. I'm very curious to see how you're gonna make this work. I'm very, very curious. I'm actually really excited about this. Yeah, Yoko, yeah. Okay, so Crimson Wind Tracer. Okay. Yo, Valithria playing Mercy on a King of the Hill with no high ground. Wow, okay. We may have to watch this again later from Mercy's perspective. That's crazy. I don't know how this is going to work here. Anyway. Alright. Poking. They're doing White Room. And A10, if there's anything you want to point out or anything you think is worth, like, analyzing, whatever, just, like, start spamming. Just, like, face smash the keyboard. And we'll pause and we'll try to figure out what it is you're trying to point out. Hey, Nurse Joy. Okay, we're going Right Room. Poke. So the things that I really want to look for here, I like to give you guys some kind of things ahead of time, equip you with some information so that you can look for specific things, because it's really hard. I think A10's stream is actually one of the best at doing this. It's really hard to watch a high-level player and, like, glean information from what they're doing, unless the person's kind of explaining what they're doing. So what I really want to look for here, I really want to see how he uses bubbles. I know how to make bubbles work with Rhines and all those other characters and stuff like that, but this is with a ball and with like a Tracer and a Zen, so it's gonna be interesting. Watch the bubble usage, chiefly his self bubble. The bubble he gives to Ball is kind of self-explanatory, but the bubbles he uses for himself, definitely keep an eye on those. Watch his left click, right click usage as well. I really want to see how he utilizes Grav here and where his reset point is, where he always goes back to protect or to guard. Usually it's around the core of the team. It's usually like Zen Mercy, but we'll see. Hey, Stunmaster 420, how are you doing? How's life been? Okay, so let's see. Okay, they didn't go White Room with a ball. Interesting. Yo, great awareness of where the supports are. Interesting. What does that look like from their perspective? What does that look like? I think this is always critical, especially when you play Zarya. Knowing your limits and knowing how far you can push per bubble, and knowing when to escape and then how to escape by shooting yourself in the feet is really critical. Okay, so Zarya's coming at us. Awkward nade. I really want to see what this looks like. Is it from the Bap's perspective? Oh, we're just heal botting. Okay. Here, let's go to this. Let's see. I really want to see what this looks like. Yeah. Really well done. That's smart, man. You tried to step out to distract and save. Another night shift. The best shift. Okay. Stop fighting him when Lamp came out. Nice right clicks, trying to farm. That was weird. That was a very strange engagement. They were fighting bridge, ball versus ball, so there wasn't really like a one thing I really like to talk about here. Oh, you go sick. This is actually really clever. One thing I really like talking about here, especially when you run. What's really important about tanks is that they act as like the tip of the spear of your team, and if they're off doing their own thing and playing in awkward spaces, like the ball there was kind of playing in strange spaces, their ball was playing in a strange space, your team is going to have trouble figuring out where to play, and so you guys can kind of get like thinned out and then captured and things like that. I think this is a smart swap, and I think it's really smart that you did it early as well, so that you're not too far behind in ultimate economy. This is going to allow you to control both supports as well, much more effectively. Because they can just choose not to shoot you on Zarya. It's so hard to get close to people on this map. I think that might be why I feel awkward on Zarya. You have to like stomp to make it work here. Yo, nice shield usage. Okay, so we're playing with our hog here. Great. Oh. As an old hog player, dude, thank you. Wow. That's cool, dude. You stepped up to really help your hog to make sure that he can get the finish on the hook there. Wow, dude. Take knowledge. Okay, so now that we swapped off Zarya, so I want to see how he uses shield. What's he trying to block? Is he trying to block the enemy hook, sleeps, grenades? What's he looking to block? And what spaces is he looking to control? Does he play with the Roadhog? Does he play alone? Who does he follow? Or does he kind of stay on his own? Let's kind of see his positioning here in relation to the Roadhog. Great shield usage. That's a nice rock. Yeah, nice understanding. Yep. That window. The window. I'm a little surprised, not gonna lie, that the Roadhog on your team skipped the exposed supports here and just kept walking and went over here to fight the other hog instead. I'm a little surprised by that. I think he kind of left you hanging there a little bit. Take that CD's whoops. I mean, I think you were, if I had to guess, I think you just assumed that it was open and clear. Because the hog just kind of kept walking and didn't die. That window split you guys. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you're dealing with the dives. Retreating. Protecting your team here. Now it's just about getting as much ult as we can while stall. Yo, DPS is popping though. Yep, DPS is popping, so you can back off the point and let your DPS pour in. Really smart. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that again. Hold on, let me hide chat, because we're gonna get weird things. This is actually really clever. So watch how we play when the hog is alive, and then watch how we play when our hog is dead. So slightly aggressive, we're actually controlling the dive factors as a Sigma. Our hog goes down, so we play basically the corner of the point. Trying to do as much damage as you can to support. Force the lamp, that's huge, actually. Yeah, yep. No lamp equals DPS go to town. And then you play safe. Playing at this corner as well, I'm fairly certain playing at this corner as well allowed Valithria to play in a more effective position. I'm pretty sure your positioning allowed her to be much more effective here. Yeah, watch how Mercy plays in relation to the Sigma here. Wow, dude! Yeah, that's actually bonkers, man. Yeah, great corner usage. Great grasp on the Tracer stick as well. You knew she was going to toss it at you. Dead hog. Huge play. Huge prediction. Huge prediction. Huge play. Great stall, man. And you don't have to always stay on the point to stall it, guys, because if you're playing off the point, especially with a character who can attack from range, enemies will still try to fight you because the point isn't safe or clear for them. So he's kind of like a halfway threat. Using a shield to ISO. Nice audio on this hog, by the way. I just want to... I just walked at you with a rock. Oh, that's amazing. Actually trashing this Roadhog. Crunchy, I agree. I agree. Okay, smart. Interesting. So another thing that I'm always on the lookout for when I watch tank players is trying to figure out at this level which of the two tanks leaves the front line and tries to do away with the dive factors, like the Doom diving your backline, the Genji diving your backline, the Ball, the Monkey, these characters diving your backline. So when you were on the point playing with your hog, you used the shield to protect the hog played frontline, and then you did your damage to get rid of the Ball. Here, when it's Tracer Ball without a hog, you use the shield to cut off one angle, and then you focus on the Tracer with spam. Very interesting. I think it's always fascinating for me to kind of like learn that. Wait, did your left clicks actually reach him? Through the transom? No way. Dude, you're so tall. Sigma's so tall. That's funny. That's amazing. Great understanding of distance as well. Okay, both sides. Huge play from the Mercy here as well. Nice shield usage. Okay, they're closing in. Yeah, both sides there. There's not very much you can do when they own both sides of the map. Wow. Okay. Dude, I have nothing but respect for people who can make Sigma work on King of the Hill. Like, it's just so hard to make this character function on these maps. It's all about, when we looked at Vestola on King of the Hill on Oasis, watching his success, watching him succeed here, it's all about using shield. For him, it was, okay, a couple of things, really cool stuff. He used shield to ISO angles, which is what you're doing as well. It kind of just blocks off an angle, and if anyone's going to approach from there, they have to come really close to you on the other side of the shield so you can hear them and react. Another thing he was doing is he would use his left click as a probe, a lot of what you're doing here as well. When he was rotating from position to position, he would just click, and if it connects, then he knows that someone's there. Oftentimes he would use it to check whether or not people are approaching from an off angle early. That's what you're doing here when you jump through to kind of harass the BAP. A lot of fake rock throws as well, which is really, really crazy to kind of think about. Nice shield usage, protecting your team, escorting your team basically. Going right room. You have Flux. Do we have combo? Flux Trank Visor. No hog. Okay. So we're down a man. Do we wait or do we go? Wait's probably the best since you have time, but it probably brings it down to one fight. Hey, Rapier. Yeah. Just clearing out white room. Holding for your team. Where's our Roadhog? Roadhog is playing solo. Into a ball on bridge. Hook. Rock. Grasp on Hoggle. Interesting. Nice window usage. Run! Nice try. Yeah, there's no attempt after that. Okay, I want to see how that fell apart. Did your Roadhog die? As you pushed in? Is that what happened here? So your Road's alone over here. That's a little dangerous against multiple boop characters and ISO characters and speed characters. little crazy, but maybe it works at this level. I don't really know. Tristan, I'm not quite sure when. It'll be happening in the next like 4 VODs though. Is there a time that's easiest for you? Yo, Rapier, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Thank you, thank you. Trade and Scream Resolution for increased frame rate if it gets you the win. I mean, I've done that. Okay, so what's actually really curious to me here is your ability usage, your cooldown usage after the Roadhog hooks you. I always find it fascinating how Sigmas use their cooldowns after getting hit by like an Orisa Halt or a Roadhog hook. They'll use specific abilities beforehand and after the fact when they know that either the hook or the halt's going to hit them. A lot of people like to get sucked into the halt and then grasp. You get hooked and then you grasp, that kind of thing. I'm very curious. I'm running competitive research right now. Trying to figure out how to kill you. Okay. Rock during vape. Very smart. Good grasp as well, just Hog was a little busy. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. 2 of your teammates were playing by Coast against a team with independent players and boop characters. Yikes. There's not too much you can do here, short of just murdering everyone on your own. Okay, Tristan. Okay. Oh, the one after this is scheduled. We can do you after that. So 3rd today.
Only the answers were simple.
Yeah, there's not much you could do. I think the thing that was interesting to me is that 2 of your teammates chose to play off-angle bridge against a boop composition when you put your shield out here and you left it here clear as day, like signaling to your team. We're going right room, white room, white room. I mean, maybe a Roadhog can be successful out here, but it's just... Dude, it's so easy to die, and Roadhogs on defense here don't have to sacrifice themselves at all. They can hook from here and still drop you. You hook here, right? And then you turn sideways, and then the hook target hits the wall and falls. A lot to lose from that direction. Not much to gain. Very good attempt, though. What's up, Scratchy? Pretty much whenever, man. In the next, like, 4 or 5 days. Just whenever you want. Because you've subbed here for, like, 12 months, man. Yeah, A10, really well played. Yeah, I don't think Zarya would have done anything else extra there for you. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you would have been able to kill 1 or 2 more people. But if half your team or a third of your team is kind of dying on coast, Zarya Bubble can't protect them from gravity, unfortunately. So, not too much you could do there, to be honest. It seemed a little strange that your team is kind of running off on their own. But I like this. Yeah. Zarya, you have more control on this map. More opportunity to play close. good right-click angles, and this is going to allow you to attend your Roadhog in more meaningful ways. And I think playing off the shield and playing something without a shield is going to force the Roadhog into more of a main tank role. Will bring him from the outskirts into the middle of the fight, and I think he'll be more effective. Oh, he just went Rhine! Okay. Well, there you go. Don't think you can walk in with Zarya. Yeah. Okay, early TP. Is that Valithria on Lucio? Oh no, we have 5 VOD reviews, or 6 today. I'm in. Okay. Good bubble usage. Okay, so watch the bubble usage here. Watch who he decides to beam and who he decides to right-click. Looks like he's using his beam to do away with the diving character, the ball, and he's using right-click to harass their front line and their back line. Did you crouch during that at all? You don't have to crouch for that, do you? You don't have to crouch for that at all, do you? I've never done that. I always run around. You don't have to crouch. Wow, that's slick. That's really slick. Oh, the hook block? Did I miss it? You mean the one on Ryan? Was there one on Ryan? When he ran around the corner? No, let's see. Let's watch the reapproach. Okay, you know the running hog. Poking with right clicks. Yeah, keep an eye on hog. That's a Zarya 101. You want to try to keep the enemy Roadhog in your vision, and if you aim in his direction, he will bring the teammate into your bubble vision, so you can just press a button instead of kind of having the trap. Ah, okay, yeah. Keeping him out with the self bubble, really smart. You can stay close, yeah, and you control a lot from this angle. And that right here, if Tracer wants to fight you, she has to overextend in vision, and all these people can see her. She can't close off the angle if she wants to fight you. It's a very effective position. Lucio's love this position as well. Nice, man. Yeah, you're unkillable here. Okay, that's amazing. I'm stealing that position. Nice pressure on the Roadhog, forcing his resource, aka Vape. Found a solo Zen. Our Ryan was a little slow there. If he was a little more aggressive on the Roadhog position, you definitely could have just totally walked down that Zen. You would have walked him down and then walked right out. Yo, try Sam. 7-month, actually 11-month resub, dude. Thank you so much, my guy. Yeah, dude, you're almost there. Almost there. One more month. Okay. Back in your safe position here. Also, actually, what I'm really curious about, Roadhog can't see you, can he? He's looking. How far does he have to extend to get the hook on you? He literally can't hook you. He has to come over here. Yo, look at this, dude. You're totally dismantling just the Roadhog just with your positioning. This is amazing. I bet this is also effective against like divas and stuff too. This is kind of an amazing position. That's really incredible. That's really incredible. Yoink. Stealing it. The Barbarian skin. Dude, right clicks with 100 charge through window are so delicious. Great control of the ball here. Nice bubble usage, being aware of the backline. Yeah, they're going to try a different angle. Yeah. So why are we pushing up over here? There's a lot of like player logic and tank logic going into this, and I guess just overall Overwatch logic. But why is he pushing the left side here? He knows that the ball is going to be approaching from the left side. It's the only route the enemy ball I think hasn't really chosen yet. He's going to find an ISO over here. Basically, there's somebody who's going to ISO themselves, either Roadhog or ball. He can force them to use their resources, either hook or adaptive shields, maybe hook from hog as well, or vape. They both have hooks. And then also over here, that this is our side of the map. The enemy team isn't going to naturally be playing in this position. One of the things you learn in Overwatch really early is to not put your back toward the enemy team's supply lines, because as they come back from spawn, they'll kill you. So the enemy team is going to be focused on their side of the map, as you can see. So if we're pushing over here alone, there's a high likelihood that we fight a trio and we just lose. We don't get any value. Over here, he can do his job. What's your job as Zarya, guys? What's your job as an off tank? We've talked about this a bajillion times and a half. Your job, yo, Nebil, it's Nebil actually. Thank you for the follow. Your job, protect your core. Keep the 2 supports on your team alive. Make sure that they are in an aggressive and effective position. Make sure that you then control the dive factors, and then also control either 1 or 2 off angles, usually via some kind of high ground positioning. Yo, Chimanzi1, thank you for the follow, my guy. You guys are way too sweet. So here, this allows us to push up and be aggressive. It gives us opportunities for ISO kills because you know that nobody else is going to be playing here. This is our side of the map. This also protects the flank because the ball can't approach from here. And as you're distracting over here, you're allowing for this Tracer, Crimson, to apply pressure from the other off angle because that is also his job as well. So by doing your job and doing your job in an aggressive way at the right time, you can allow your DPS players to play really effectively from the off angle as well. Very, 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 very smart play here. Very, very smart play. And it's this is all about understanding your limits on a character, knowing how far you can push on an off angle or how far you can go with a single bubble. We're gonna watch his decision making again from the point. Here we go. Just watch his decision making. Okay, so ball is approaching from the right with the enemy tracer. Road is poking mid, hook is down, window's out. There it is. So the window made the decision. The window made the decision for us. You think they're gonna approach without a shield through window? Huh, no. No, 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 no. Nobody's gonna walk in through the window. Nobody. Nobody at all. So they're either going right and they're going left. So how do we make that decision? Ball telegraphs his choice to go left. He's weak. Maybe we can beat him to the mega, or maybe it's already been taken. Maybe he doesn't have adaptives. We can farm him and kill him. So we're poking. Great shortcut. That saves you a couple seconds at least. And you actually beat him. You actually beat him. That's incredible. You actually beat him to the mega. Is that something you've timed? Yes. That's another thing I harp on all the time, A10. You guys, when you do watch high-level tanks, you watch A10, you watch J-Caro, literally watch how often these guys turn around. They're straight out of The Exorcist. Their heads are spinning on swivels. They're checking their teams usually 3 to 5 times per fight. And a lot of the checks you might miss because oftentimes it's just like looking at the bullets going by and you're like, oh, if this guy's shooting, I know he's standing there. But at this level, you need to check, and that's what you're doing. It's just like the easiest way, the A10, this is the way I sell it. I found that this is the easiest way to sell it, is like, there's so many things for you to do in Overwatch. You could play forward, you go to the right, you go to the left, you can protect your backline, you can do like whatever you want. You can do so much. And you may think all of it is good, but if you just turn around and look at where your DPS and your supports and your other tank is playing, they're going to eliminate like 70% of the choices you could make, and then the other 30% are better choices because your team can see you, or you know where your team is positioned so that you're going to be effective. It just makes the decision process easier for you. Everything you're doing is educated, like all the decisions are educated decisions. It just makes the game easier for you. Like, why not make it easier, right? And you have time to check, so why not? This is really clever, man. Okay, pushing. Roadhog hook is down, so you know that this is totally open. Did they just use window to get rid of you on the side? Excuse me? Two right clicks and you eat window trank. What? What? So this all falls underneath the umbrella of understanding your limits and pushing your limits. Great usage here. Look at this. We get trank and window just with 1 or 2 right clicks here. Okay. Well, now you can do whatever you want with grab, I suppose. Yeah, now you can be aggressive. There's no trank. Lamp is down. Window's down. Yeah, let's be aggressive. Let's go. That was very questionable. A mental map in Overwatch, you have to make your own mini-map. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. So, A10, this is something I do a lot. I'm sure you've done as well. I did see you do this once. You were explaining your route on Junkertown, and you know the point 1, how you can go mid, left, or right, and you were explaining to, I think, another player about why your team should occupy at least 2 of the 3 routes. If you guys just go straight down main, they wrap around you. If you go to the right, they wrap around you. Go to the left, they wrap around you. So you have to occupy like 2 of the angles, right? I think of Overwatch in a very similar way. Bird's eye view. It's really easy to, it's much easier to make decisions if you think about the game in this way, kind of like a mini map. That's a great way to sell it. That's a great way to put it, man. All right, so now we have Grav, and we're coming up on 2 fights left, and the enemy team has no support ultimates. Yikes. So with no support ults, if you can get like a big Grav, so here, if we can get a big Grav and we can prevent the enemy team from farming any sort of support ultimate, then they have no support ultimates for the final fight. So we play aggressive. They can't do anything to get rid of us. There's no window, there's no trank, so we're gonna probably run into something like Hog ultimate, maybe a Bob. They just picked Sigma, so there's no Sigil, there's no Hanzo ultimate, no Mercy, no Zen ult. So it's either Bob or Hog ult. And if we get a big Grav, they can't farm support ults in the game. Ends right there. Let's check this. Let's check this. Yeah. So they drop the Bob, and you keep them from gaining Sigil into the next fight. And they drop the Hog ult. Now they have nothing. Now your team can just farm. Great angling here. Where's our team? Where's our team in relation to us? Look at that. Look at that. So this is like we like to talk about this as like a low risk, high reward off angle. You're low risk because if the enemy team decides to fight you, they have to overextend in vision, right? If they want to get rid of the Zarya, which is huge DPS, they have to overextend in window vision and fight this angle, and they'll just die doing it because there's window right there. Reinhardt's keeping it up. What microphone? A10 2020 plus USB. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But yeah, this allows you to be aggressive. You can also wrap around the corner and finish people off who are weak if they do push into the window. This is just really, really, really wonderful positioning. I actually want to see how you ended up here from after you drop the Grav. I think you just kind of rotate around in this position a lot. Whoops. I always press the B button. Okay, so you're over here, fighting them up close. Grav kills Sigma. Everybody just full-on ignores the Hanzo over here. It's like, whatever, dude. He's not going to achieve too much back there with a beat. So your team is pushing in. I like this a lot. Roadhog just kind of solves the problem. Ults early. Hanzo doesn't wrap around. Here comes Tracer. That she's going to be a nightmare coming from the back angle here. And then, yeah, you just rotate it back to the point, and you're controlling all of the points of ingress and egress here. This is just incredible, incredible play. Very smart play. Let's watch how this round finishes here. They have no chance unless they get tons of headshots here. Up close on Sigma, you're so mean. You guys, it is really hard on Sigma to hit somebody with a left click if they are within smelling distance. It is so hard, man. Sigma is not good up close. It's not easy to land those shots. It's not easy. Right click. You took the Hanzo position from him? Yo, no. I gotta see what that looks like from the Hanzo's perspective, man. That's really funny. He thinks this is his window, but you're there. Let's see, dude. Manages to scare the Tracer off. You literally prevented him from getting into the window. Holy moly. Nice. And then it's just paint by numbers from there. Wow. Really well played, man. Really exceptionally well played. I think the thing that really startles me here, that really astounds me, is your usage of the window shortcuts and cutting off the ball, preventing him from reaching the Mega, and punishing him for taking the Mega. And on an angle you know that the enemies aren't occupying, and then you push the angle when the ball disappears, and then they drop Trank and window at the same time. So this is something that we've talked about, A10, that you're showing off here in it's just wonderful what you're showing off. So Molfig has talked about this on this channel. Proxies talked about it. Efforts talked about it. Reflections talked about it. We've like all talked about it. J. Karu said the same thing. It's sometimes when you're playing a tank, and a lot of people like are really allergic to playing Reinhardt on high ground, and this kind of hits the same point. Oftentimes, it's just occupying a certain position at a certain time can make the enemies lose their resources. You just stepped aside, you waved at them, they dropped Trank and window, and the game is over. So like if you occupy the right position at the right time, and you have full HP and your resources, your bubbles, you can terrify people, and you can force them to use resources early to upend you from your position. Such smart tank play, man. Doing what you can with the resources that you've got. Incredible. Incredible play. And that window usage is immaculate. That's just amazing. Okay, so what do we got here? Sim TP, Lucio speed second. We're running Zar Rhine. This is a Rhine map. Crimson may go back to Tracer. We'll see. Hybrids on Doom. Bap Lucio. Okay. Just like super smart play, man. Super smart play. Sometimes it's just being in the right spot. Also, one thing that you can't see here, but you will be able to feel if you yourself play Zarya. A10 knows the length of his left click beam. It is critical for Zarya players to know how far your left click can reach, because that's like kind of the range you want to be playing at. And if you don't know the range, if you think it's like much closer than it actually is, you'll risk yourself more often and you'll die more often using your bubbles. But knowing the length of your beam is really critical to making this character fly. And then you'll be surprised how far you can reach. It's much longer than most people give it credit for. Okay, running up first, that gives you easy 40. Nice 80 on the Doom. Great aggression. Overwatch knowledge is coming through here, man. This stuff is so hard to see, and it's kind of unfortunate that, like, it gets missed a lot in OWL. So why are we playing so aggressive? Why are we playing so aggressive? So let's walk through this. So we walk up, we're first, so they throw all of their resources at us when we have the bubble. We ate the Fire Strike, we got a bunch of stuff from the Diva. The Symmetra is using her kill box setup. Notice here, the Symmetra is using her TPs, not TP, excuse me, her turrets to set up a kill box in here. Our aggression forces the Diva to use DM. The Doom goes in and creates a huge opening by killing the Mei. Now we can play hyper aggressively. Their win condition by using a wall is down. Here comes the lamp, guarantee. There's the lamp. Our kill box is going. You can see it up here. So we're fanning out and now we're just collapsing. The Doom pushed in. Excellent usage of your bubble. Now you guys, if A10 had reached this point, right? This space second. If he got here second, he would have used his bubble, maybe, or most Zaryas would have used their friendly bubble on the Reinhardt, which means when the Doom goes in, he dies. And then they actually can make Lamp be useful here. But by using the bubble on the Doom, you can actually exert so much more pressure. So much more pressure. And then the Doom can kind of actually focus on landing his abilities. Really, really smart play. So you guys kept the sim. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I actually really agree with Crimson's decision to keep the sim. If I know my off tank knows his stuff, which it was obvious you do from the previous 2 rounds, I mean, they should know who you are by now. If my off tank is good, then I know that my off angles are going to be clear, and I can play kill box setup characters. I can play sim, I'll be successful. I could even play Bastion behind you and I'd be successful. Because what you're doing, and it's something really hard that you can't really see here, and I'm sure you know this concept, at the high end, your goal is to corral the enemies into really inconvenient positions, usually for our supports to farm them. You could totally line up a Bastion behind this and still win. If your off tank and main tank know what they're doing with really good supports, you can just kind of vibe on DPS. Alright, so we're retreating. We've captured the point. Did the enemy team make any swaps? Guarantee we checked. They did not make any swaps, which means they may be dropping windows soon. You threw a right click to boot the Lucio into the air so he couldn't take TP? Wait, what? Wait, where? I didn't even see that. No way. Okay, clearing, getting kills. Okay, you see the TP? I thought you were just going for the finish. You're actually trying to keep him out of the TP. Yo, you're evil. That's evil. I love it. That's amazing. That's amazing. You guys see that? Watch this. If you kill him here, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. Retreating back to our team. Let's see where we set up. Interesting that Ryan's playing this close. Usually he plays high ground. Where's our sim setup? Where's the kill box? She's got one here. I don't know where her turrets are. Back here, covering backline. This is some OG. This is some Season 2 Symmetra stuff right here. That's some OG Sim before the rework. Checking for corners and stuff. Okay. Controlling the Lucio. Watch the right click in the bubble usage here, guys. Nice pressure. Good time for the Reinhardt to exert pressure when the Sim is beaming straight from above. The turret is. Wow, dude. I knew it, man. Your ability to step off from your team at the right time and apply pressure directly abreast of your Reinhardt, your main tank, playing slightly off on the angle, and then really punishing their front or their back line and abusing their grouped upness is really startling. You've done this multiple times, and this is like a masterclass showing of it. So watch here. Watch. What I want to look for here is how we play behind our Rein, how we use our resources to encourage the Reinhardt to stay put and continue to exert pressure, and then how we ourselves leave this position to exert pressure from the off angle. Watch the decision making and see if you can identify the trigger. Okay, so the trigger that encourages the Reinhardt to press forward is the Symmetra turret above. Watch how many enemies actually look straight upward to get rid of the turret. Watch. The D.Va does it. D.Va's shooting up. I think BAP is shooting up as well. So the Rein walks in. You gave him bubble. This gives you opportunity to walk into the off angle. It encourages him to stay here as well. This Symmetra TP is really straight disgusting. This Symmetra TP is just disgusting. Look at this, guys. This is disgusting. I think this was the trigger. Reinhardt exerting pressure. You lock him in by giving him bubble. He can't back up now. If he does, he'll probably die. He has to play the corner. Symmetra is helping the Rein, and then you apply pressure from a third angle. You basically just capture them. This is a disgusting TP. They can't even see it, can they? It's out of vision. Both arrival and departure here are out of vision. That's a big deal for Symmetra players. If you can make your TP hidden, keep it hidden, but use it in the middle of fights, you will dominate. It's very similar to Reaper teleports. So that was the trigger. He sees that there's multiple threats coming from the front line here. We have our close threat, Reinhardt. Just like, look at this bird's eye view, right? The minimap thing. Reinhardt's exerting pressure this way. Our team is exerting pressure this way. We got Symmetra exerting pressure this way. All we're missing is the off angle here. Doom and Zarya come over here to apply that pressure, and you just go to town. And you're still in vision of your team, so you can give them bubbles if they need it, and your supports can see you as well. That's hard. That's a hard decision to make, man. So many options to shoot at. Identifying what their win condition is. Their win condition right there, quote, 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 is survival. And if they get the TP and they use it to get out, they can survive and they can overcome. Really smart decision making. That's really hard to do. Okay. Getting out of the fight, preserving our charge. Nice D.Va mech kill. While she's baby D.Va. You're so mean. This is again understanding team positioning, backing up in a very, very specific way so that our team can back up and stay alive. Notice that we were backing up with the Lucio. And then here, as soon as the Reinhardt showed up, win condition unlocked, which is Reinhardt swings plus grav. So we grav, baby D.Va gets sucked in. You're just going to destroy their tank line here. Huge bubble usage. Everything is coming together. Great synergy. Nice fan out here. Late beat. Well, the baby D.Va lived. I thought she got sucked in. Whatever. Nice right clicks. Oh, one more! Oh! There's so many small things he's deciding here that are just incredibly impactful. There's just like 6 things you did right there. Oh my god. So the pressure here. Oh my god, dude. Such clutch plays. Okay, so we drop the grav, so we kill their tank line. Because we know their tank line is gone, the baby D.Va, it's a baby D.Va, they have no D.Va, so they're not eating anything. The Reinhardt is dead. So now we can actually take high ground. That's why we approach from this angle. Our team is going to fan out through the middle. That's usually where supports play. So because we know where supports play, and we know where DPS generally like to play, we know that there's going to be pressure no matter what coming from the mid. So we control high ground. This allows us to exert more pressure and control over the point. Oh my god, dude. And then you walk in, you get walled off, but you save your bubble. You don't panic. You save your bubble. If you bubbled early, you die to the mail. but you bubble just as you're about to freeze. It resets Mei's freeze timer, and you're able to drop a right click to get the double kill, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable usage of your abilities here. Great right clicks. Watching your team. That's right there, checking on his team. Watch how often he does it. He does it all the time. Beaming, get locked in. Mei ult. 30 HP double kill in a Mei ult. And then understanding how much damage you do to yourself when you right click underneath your feet while you LOS the Mei ult. I think it's like 20 something, right? I can't remember off the top of my head. Exquisite usage of your abilities here. Great understanding of where your team is playing. If you guys, if he had stepped forward there, maybe a second earlier, he dies. He dies in that ultimate. But by waiting for his Reinhardt to get to the right position and by checking with his eyeballs, he was able to survive and get kills. And, Valithria. Great usage of your abilities. Great usage of your resources. And then now we're sprinkling right clicks. If you can kill this TP, that's huge. Wow, they let you do that. Okay. Yeah, forces them to come in the standard route. Did they drop the Mei? Yep, they did. That's why we're playing aggressively. You can't see it here, but I guarantee you, after he got those kills, I guarantee you, while he was saving himself from the Mei ult, guarantee you he was pressing the tap screen and looking for character swaps. So they drop the Mei, they pull out the Doom. There's a couple fights left, but the Mei wasn't working. Nice control here. So that's important to recognize, guys. That's important to recognize. What just happened? The Doom punched us on the off angle. Yes, we didn't get a kill, but is that bad? No, not at all. Because the Doom is not going to get into our backline now. We've just isolated this angle, we've cut it off, we've cleared it, we've done our job. Our supports can play aggressively and use their effective positioning to control the fight here. Smart, smart, smart play. Just denied the enemy Doom the backline. Great beaming. Trying to figure out what's going on with the hammers dropped. Yeah, you can cut him off here. Nice bubble on the Lucio there. Our Rhine shut up, he can play aggressively. Saving grab for probably one more fight. You know the BAP is chilling. Dude, you're living in this BAP's mind rent-free. This is so funny. This is so funny. Oh, Mr. Wojo, thank you, dude. Happy holidays indeed, man. Sorry I'm missing a little bit of the chat, guys. I'm like zoning out. I've never done an A10 VOD, so I'm trying to learn how he plays this game. Vestola would be proud. Vestola would be proud, dude. That's a wonderful move. That is a wonderful move. That is literally what Vestola does 24/7 on Sigma. When he walks through chokes, he's fighting one angle, and then he'll pick up a rock, and then throw it that way, and then finish on the stun. Same, similar stuff here. You're fighting one angle, and then you do the 180 graph. Smart, smart, smart. The diva just got it. She ate it. Lamp down. Yeah, they're getting desperate. They have one fight left. Any kill here is pretty much permanent. Nice bubble usage. Yeah, they're chucking ults. They're using charge. Nice try. Play for the glory. That's smart, man.
I am still in the fight.
Playing Lucio, playing Mercy here is more useless than playing a bad Lucio. Yo, as an old Mercy player as well on this map, every time I played Mercy on here, everyone was like, get off and play Lucio. Or Brig. Yeah, I feel you. This is like, you can only play Mercy here if you've got that Pharah Echo. Okay, so they did recap the point, but now this is usually when teams' mentals start to break. This is when your mental breaks. Like, guys, we were at 99. We were about to win the game. Why were we playing deep? Oh crap, you're a terrible Overwatch player. What are you doing using ults in their spawn? Blah, 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 blah. If you really think about what just happened, everything is going in our favor. The enemy team had to use ultimates to get out of spawn. They had to reduce their resource total to get out of spawn. Look at the ultimate economies, guys. We're winning. So if we just group up and chill and play as a team, this is totally doable. Totally doable. That's why we play deep, right? No Mei. Reducing their ultimate total. Okay, now we're sprinkling into their backline. Here we go. Playing with the Doom. This is going to get you ult charge. Cute. Cute. Look at this angle play here. Not committing. Checking your team. Found the Doom on the back line. You want to get rid of him. Getting rid of the Doom. Protecting your core. Exquisite play here, dude. Exquisite grab as well. Yeah, man. Okay, I want to go back through this because this is something that you have to think about as you play this game as an off-tank. Because as an off-tank, you guys, when you're playing Zarya, you're playing Sigma, you're playing D.Va, you're playing whatever tank it may be, when you're the off-tank role, it is a game of choices. It's a game of multiple choice, and you have to choose the right choice every time. But you have time to make the choice. Watch the approach here. We could have dove in with the Rhine and played up front and tried to beam people down. That's not what we did. We backed up, we gathered our wits, we stayed sane, we stayed calm, and we controlled the Doomfist. We could play forward, but the thing is, our team has enough wherewithal, they have the resources and the damage to get things done, so us being there with the Rhine and pressing W is just gravy. The job is done. Like, understanding your teammates' limits as well and what they can achieve with what they have. And then so like, oh, that's totally, like, they can achieve what we need to do there. I don't need to be there. I'm gonna go control this. Watch. So watch the decision making. It's really critical. Getting right clicks. This is the high level thing of corralling the enemy team into an inconvenient position before we commit. Checking the off angle. Not committing. Not committing. You threw your right click as a probe. It probed. It didn't connect with anyone, so you know the Doom backed off. Now you're getting your team back in your vision, trying to identify who is most exposed. There it is. You know your Doom is most exposed. The Doom shows up on the back line. You walk out of the window vision, and you still control the Doom. So you save yourself from window. You make the job easier for your supports. As a support player, I thank you for that. Don't just stand in front of the window and just die, and then scream at me for not healing you fast enough. So you stay out of the window, and then you just control the Doom. And the Doom is using his resources to kill a Zarya, which is, as a Doom player, you never want that. You don't want a Zarya eating your resources, man. You never want that. So this is just great play here. And you know you're in good shape. They're trying to assist. Oops. Collapse. Finish. Very smart play, man. You have like multiple choice. A, B, C, and D. They all look delicious. Maybe B looks the most delicious. You want to walk through with the Rhine. But you know that what you're supposed to do is control the Doom. Option C. That's what you do. Your team accomplishes options A and B. You finish option C. And then D is the win. Holy moly. Really well played. Really, really well played, man. A10, this was an absolute treat. Absolute treat. Very, very smart play. I love your ability to make decisions when you play on choke points. Your understanding of where your team is playing and what angles they're taking allows you to peek deep or stay on the point and throw right clicks. Just really smart. Really, really smart tank play. I love the poking through the choke and doing damage that way and then trying to grab that way. That's also really smart stuff. There's just a lot of like abusing the enemy team's vision, understanding what our team's win condition is. Valithria had a hugely strong Lucio here, really great play as well. Good understanding of going in and out, by the way. What else really stood out here?
Let me tell you why you're here.
Honestly, the point two.
You're here because you know something. What you
Dude,
know you
A10.
can't explain, but you feel it.
That's way too sweet, dude. Oh my god, 10 gifted subs, A10 living up to his name, that's unbelievable. Yo, Chimanzi won, Zeno. Yo, Chimanzi, didn't you get one the other day? Anyway, Zeno, Lululemon, Silver Saxophone, Murder Doll, Scary, Banumano, Valithria, what's up, Val? Zemi Skies, Elling, and Pepis 7. Yo, A10, truly, 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 truly thank you for this. This was an exquisite opportunity. I just, you guys, it's really critical that when you play Zarya or even Sigma, that like you don't have to rush. There was only one moment here, only one moment in the entire like 50-minute VOD where A10 was rushing, and it was the third map, trying to take high ground first so that he can get 40 charge from his self bubble, so that his Doom could go in, he can get another 40 from the Doom push, and then his Rhine follows up after that. So just very, very conscientious, very aware play. Paul Plays, what's up, dude? Yo, you guys, thank you. This was an amazing opportunity. Just like very, very strong Zarya play. Also know that he's not rushing any decisions. He just understands where he needs to watch, where he needs to stand, where he needs to throw right clicks, how far the left click reaches. He didn't overextend underneath any bubble either. A lot of Zarya players tend to overextend, and they're like, bubble can save me from a Widow headshot through a window with an Ashe pocket through a window. Like, I'm totally gonna be fine. Like, he doesn't do any of that. It's just poking at the angles. Notice how often he plays around corners. Because if you play around corners as an off tank, not only do you control the off angle, you protect your backline from that doom, that ball, but you just take 2 steps, you are uber protected, and anyone who wants to shoot you has to overextend. They're no longer closing off the angle, and your supports can take pot shots. Just really, really, really. How do you stay concentrated on writing an assignment? I actually do have tips for you. One sec. But yeah, A10, thank you so much, not only for this VOD, dude, but literally as someone who's played Overwatch since beta, what you have done for this community is irreplaceable. And I know, having spoken to him myself, Jane appreciates what you've done as well, dude. And I cannot wait until you reach the BattleNet launcher. I cannot wait. That's going to be so much fun. You absolutely deserve it. I don't know why you're not on the BattleNet launcher a lot. I feel like as someone who worked in marketing, I would want to direct my players to someone who knows what they're talking about and has like a really educational and an upbeat channel. So I would imagine that's something that they should be getting on ASAP. But anyway, thank you A10, dude. If you're staying up late for this, please get some sleep and treat yourself. This was amazing. Also, it is always relaxing to play with you. Your voice triggers my ASMR, my autosympathetic something reflex. It's always really nice to play underneath you when you're shot calling. I think on support before when I used to live on East Coast. Anyway, I love you, dude. Thank you so much for this. Thank you for your presence in the Overwatch and the Twitch community as well. All right, yo, what's going on with chat? How are you guys doing? Yo, that was amazing. Really strong play, man. Oh,